Communication is key. We all know that one person that we've talked to or in mid-conversation, and all of a sudden the conversation dies. They leave you undelivered for 4 hours, 8 hours, 2 days, a week, 2 weeks, and the list just keeps going on and on and on and on and on. And then sometimes they'll try to act like the conversation's still alive, and they'll respond after so long of just not responding to you, right? And I think this is the main reason for why relationships are such failures nowadays. Not just romantic relationships, but also friendships in a sense, right? Because think about it. Communication is like watering a plant. You have a plant, you're watering it, right? The plant is a relationship, friendship, whatever. The only way to build up that plant of a relationship is through communication. If you think about it, you would never ever be able to have any type of authentic, real relationship or friendship with anybody without some kind of communicating. So, when you talk to people like this who have such a high ego, or their self-esteem is so low that they have to act like they are busy and not respond to you, and this goes for people that like actually want to be your friend, right? Because there are people that just don't generally like you and they just won't respond to you, which is different, which I mean, I think we all can say that we've done that before. But I'm talking about people that like you are genuinely friends with and they're genuinely friends with you, but they still will leave you undelivered to make you think that they're doing something with their lives. And my message to these kind of people is that you are not valuable if you have to lie about being busy. Nobody should think that you're valuable because you want to act like you're busy. Because guess what? You're not. That's the thing. If you ever have to act like you are busy, that means you do not have enough stuff going on in your life. If you have a job, great. You're actually busy. People text you while you're at work. You can't respond. There's a legitimate reason. But you know, most of these people that do this, they're sitting at home, watching TikTok on their phone, watching YouTube, doing all this, and they just generally do not respond. They just watch the notification, they stare at it, they let it go by, watch TikTok more, swipe, and then 5 hours later, then they might respond if they want. Just because they want you to think that they're so valuable. And I don't even know why this got popular. I think it's so stupid, which, I mean, I get it, that abstinence will create this value or whatever. I understand the whole concept, but I think people take it a little too far to where, like, you're not even, like, trying. 'Cause I think this is also, like, a turnoff, not in a romantic sense. Like, it can be a turnoff in a romantic sense, but, like, also in a friendship. Like, if you're friends with somebody, and they're just constantly just, like, not responding, like, you're trying to make plans, but they're just leaving you undelivered, and then they respond a week later, it's like, dude, like, how the hell am I supposed to ever do anything with you if you can't even pick up the phone? Like, it does not make sense. And I think part of it is like apps like Snapchat made it super popular to just leave people undelivered. You can't respond too fast. The girl's gonna find it as a turnoff. Here's my message to those people, right? Here's my message. Now, I am 17. I know nothing about relationships. I will admit that. But if I can give my 2 cents, that's common sense. If I have to worry about how much I can talk to this girl to even be able to create anything with her, keep her. I don't want her. If I cannot just wake up and text her just to talk, and I have to worry about every little thing I have to say, that is not somebody I want to be around. Because I know some dudes, they're just there to like hook up or whatever, and just be done with it. That's not me. I'm the type of person that like, I want that like traditional relationship, right? I don't think a traditional woman is gonna sit there and be like, man, he texted me, hey, this day and this day. He's putting too much effort in. I need him to leave me undelivered for a week, and then I'll know he's valuable. No. You want to know how you can become valuable? I'm sorry for moving my camera so much. You want to know how you become more valuable? Get a job. You get a job, you do something with your life. That is how you become valuable. Stand out from other people. You standing out by doing everything that everybody does by leaving people undelivered does not make you any more valuable. It just makes you worthless, because that's what you are. Let's be honest. A real friend. Because think about it, put it this way, right? I'm gonna give you an extreme analogy. Let's say you have this best friend, right? And you have this motive of, well, I'm gonna leave this guy undelivered. I'm not gonna look at his message or anything. I'm gonna leave him undelivered and I'll respond a couple hours later. Okay, great for you. That's your value, right? What happens when your best friend really needs you, right? Or your girlfriend or whatever really needs you and something just went down and it's terrible and they're like, their life is at risk. And you want to play your stupid ass games of let me leave them undelivered for 3 hours. What happens then? Like seriously, if you really ask yourself this, what would happen if I did not look at their message and played the stupid game I did and they trusted me to be able to help them in a certain situation and I wasn't there because I just didn't want to pick up the phone? What would you do? If you have any common sense, you would know that this is not a smart idea. And I know a lot of people will be like, okay, you're kind of reaching there. I am, but it's happened in my life with people that I have a family member, gets a call, got really hurt, and you want to know how the cops got there? Because he could get the few last words out to her to let her know that he was in trouble and he needed help immediately. And that is old love. That is how it is. It's old. That's old love. But you won't see that anymore because people don't even pick up the phone. And that happened. I'm not gonna go into detail. I'm not gonna say who it is or what happened, but that happened at like 4 a.m. Picked up the phone. Said he was in trouble. He got really hurt, and she called the cops immediately. Those are the type of people you want to have in your life. These people that want to act like they are so valuable, so busy. Half the time they're literally just on their phone scrolling. They just refuse to answer you because they can't respond too fast, otherwise it's a turn off. They can't do this, otherwise it's a turn off. And that's why relationships are such a failure nowadays, especially in America, right? Because they play this stupid ass game of bullshit to where they want to act like they're valuable. They want to act like they're busy, even though half the time they're sitting on their ass doing nothing. You want to be busy? Go be busy. Go do something. Then there you go. You have an excuse. Now guess what? You're valuable. And don't get me wrong, I understand the whole abstinence providing power or absence providing value. It's a real thing, but like these people take it way too far sometimes. It's like, dude, just they're your friend. They're your girlfriend. They care about you. You guys are real, right? You guys are real friends, real girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever. You can't sit there and tell me that you don't have the decency to just pick up the phone. Like, I understand when there are times when you are literally busy and cannot pick up, right? Like if you're at work, you get a text, ding, you can't answer, you're at work. That is understandable. But when you're literally doing nothing, and that's what most of these people do, they're literally doing nothing with their lives, and you just refuse to answer because you think you're better than everybody, that's what kills friendships. And you wonder why you have no friends. You wonder why you can't get a girlfriend. You wonder why you can't get a boyfriend. Because most of this is girls too. It's just such an issue. Self-esteem, ego, whatever. It's like, dude, just have some decency. Just pick up the phone. It really is not that hard. Literally, all you have to do is answer. You can sit there and scroll on your phone all day, but you can't take 2 seconds out to just answer the text. There you go. And I understand there's times when you don't want to talk. You want to know how you fix that? You tell them that you're busy or you don't want to talk. And let's say, well, Gabe, that's kind of contradicting. You just said that they're acting like you're busy. The difference is I'm telling them that I am busy. And even though I might, and this is only for the people who want to lie, not tell the actual truth. If you want to tell the actual truth, tell them you don't want to talk to them. There you go. But some people aren't like that. So I'm trying to give a different viewpoint for everybody. If you're the type of person that wants to lie and say that you're busy, how about this? Instead of just leaving them undelivered and just stringing them on this stupid game of, yeah, I'm going to make him wait for me or make her wait for me for hours and hours and hours on end, just waiting for me to respond to my text. Because you know that's what people are doing. They're just hoping for this response back. Tell them that you're busy and move on. There you go. Now you became a decent person You stop them from waiting on you, and you let them know that, hey, I'm busy, I'm not gonna be able to respond. There you go. You just fixed that problem, and you're a good person. Good for you. And it's really that simple. You want to sit there and act like, let me rephrase that. You sit there and you wonder why your relationships fail so bad. I guarantee you have done this at least once. I've done it because people do it to me, so I think it's best to do it back to them, right? I'm human. I've done that stuff before. But sometimes it is best to just be the better person and don't fall for the game. Because you never know. If they're doing it to you and say you don't do it to them, and the only time you don't respond is when you're actually busy, they might just actually start answering their phones. They might actually start answering the text. But in my opinion, these people are so annoying to deal with anyways. Like, if they never change, just give it up, bro. Give it up. You literally are wasting your time away. These people are never gonna change. They're always gonna have this high ego. They want to be validated all the time. So they're gonna sit there and just constantly string you along. And I'm telling you, it is a waste of time. Learn from others, learn from their mistakes, and, be around the right people. Because I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of people in my life that I thought were my best friend. But I know for a fact, if something went wrong and I texted them for help, they would not answer because their egos are so high. They want to act like they're busy or doing something in their life, and they're not. The thing is, sometimes I'm more busy than some of these people, and I can answer the phone faster than they can. So it's crazy how much things have changed, all because of social media. I say just stop. Stop falling for this stupid ass game. Be a human. Communicate. Maybe something good in your life will actually happen if you actually just put some effort in. Think about that. It is so not cool to try in life anymore that people don't even want to answer. They don't even want to answer or communicate with people anymore because it's trying too hard. Think about that. You know how crazy that is? That you talking to somebody, you having even like daily conversations with a friend, a girlfriend or whatever, is now looked at as a bad thing. It is looked at as a negative thing to just talk to people. I think it's so fucking stupid. It's so stupid. And you see a lot of these like dating coaches saying this shit. Let me ask you this. If you're looking for the one, do you think that one person, guy or girl, would ever put you through that shit? Like, be honest with yourself. If the answer is no, and you realize whoever you're talking to in this moment is doing that shit right now, you can do two things. One, tell them how you feel and see if they'll change. If they don't, they don't. And you can either deal with it, or two, cut them out immediately. Like, you do not have enough time to be hanging around these stupid ass people. Seriously, it's crazy. You can't even pick up the phone. They can't even text back. They can't do this. They can't do anything. They're just so pointless to be around. And I know that seems like negative, and I want to create a personal brand for positivity, but this is the truth though. This is like the honest opinion of mine, that I think it's so stupid that people have this like, I don't even know if it's high self-esteem. I think it's low self-esteem, that the self-esteem is so low that they want to raise it by just wasting people's time. That's their way of seeming more valuable, by wasting your time. In my opinion, there's no reason to be around that. At that point, like, either put yourself around real people or just go alone, and then the right people will come on your path. I think this will definitely offend people, but I think it's so stupid though. Like, you can't pick up the phone. Like, seriously though, what would you do if you were in that mindset of, I'm just gonna push this off and make this person wait 10 hours, and their last text to you was, I need help, like, right now. Like, I need help. So and so happened. I got into an accident. I need your help. You're 5 minutes away from me. Can you just come now? Whatever. And you just played the 10-hour game. And you look at the text. Next thing you know, they were in an accident and they passed because you didn't want to answer the phone. And that's how it is sometimes. And people are going to say that I'm crazy or that I'm overreacting or being dramatic. That's the truth though. These kind of things happen when you least expect it. So what I'm saying is, always be ready for those kind of things. You never know what somebody's going to need in a certain situation. You don't. You can't sit there and say you do. You don't. It could be as simple, hey, how have you been? It could be as simple, hey, what are you doing this day? It could be as simple, I did this and this and this. And then there's those times. There are those times. I've experienced them. Where people need genuine help from you because they trust you. And these people that play this game of leave them on delivered, leave them on this, leave them on that. Now guess what? Now you have that constant burden of, man, what would have happened if I would have just actually picked up the phone when they texted or called me? What would have happened? Maybe they would still be with me. And I know that's a little overreactive, and that's like the 1% situation to happen, but I'm just saying this stuff does happen when you least expect it, so it's better to be ready for it. Not saying every time they text you think the worst, but be prepared for this kind of things so that it doesn't happen. This is what you do. You answer the phone. There you go. Problem solved. That's literally all you have to do. Just answer the phone. You have it in your pocket every single day. It's on you at all times. This is what you do. You answer the phone. If you're busy, don't answer if you don't want to. If you want to be, just at least let them know that you're busy. Just say, hey, I'm busy. I can't talk. There you go. Problem solved. Now they'll leave you alone. If they don't leave you alone, then at that point, stop texting them. But at least you can say that, hey, I told you I'm busy. Stop blowing up my phone. Yeah, I really think that is why most relationships and friendships end anymore. Communication is so poor. People lie about dumb shit. People's communication is just terrible. They want to do this whole delivered game, and it's so dumb. And it's no benefit to anybody. You're getting false validation. I mean, do what you want. It's your life. But for me, I think it's so stupid. It's just disrespectful. Because you're treating these people like puppets. It's dumb. I understand the whole abstinence thing, and that's true. That is true. I do think that abstinence does create fallibility in people. Sometimes. It just depends on how you do it. But doing it this way, no. There's also the opposite. Being available too much is a bad thing. I do think that. If you're always texting him every second of the day, always calling, yeah, I wouldn't talk to you either. But if you're just find a middle ground, I think you'll be perfectly fine. But remember, both sides are just equally as bad. So cleanliness and just abstinence altogether is equally as bad to each other. But that's all I really want to say. Communication is key. Start just being a better person. Just talk. Talking, when you don't talk, bad things happen. So just communicate with one another. You want a relationship to keep going? The way you do is you water the plant. How do you water the plant? How do you water a relationship? You communicate. That is the only way you're going to be able to make anything happen. No communication gets you nowhere. It guarantees you a negative relationship and probably a broken up one. So understand that. Communication is key. Other than that, life's too short to make a change.